Good morning, everybody. I was going to be making some granola bars this morning, but unfortunately the stores here in Singapore, I cannot find puffed rice, which is a normal ingredient that I use. So I was down on the chip aisle and happened to find something I think might be a good substitute. So I thought I'd use it as my next chip review and see how that goes. So these are spin crackers, the Fair Price brand. And it seems like there should be puffs of air mostly. Wheat flour, potato starch, salt, sugar, milk powder, fully hydrogenated palm oil, and flavoring. So I'm hoping if they're a little salty, that should kind of blend in pretty well with the sweet of the granola bars. So let's see what their texture's like. You know, maybe they're shipping these things halfway across the world, so they need to make sure the seals don't come open. I'm not sure. All right, back to the butter knife. Yeah, I do have a little bit of sweetness to them. There's some salty in there. The ants crawling around here. It says total sugar is 1.4 grams in about 6 of the package, so it's not much. All right, well, I'm gonna mix that in. The granola that I use has honey and almond butter, so I think some of the flavoring will sort of mix in. And it does have the consistency of puffed rice, so I would say it's got sweet and salty elements to it. And I guess I can keep that shape. They're kind of big, but maybe once I press it in the granola bar shape, it won't be so out of proportion with the rest of the ingredients. So I'll let you know how that goes. Also wanted to say, for those of you thinking about eating this as a snack, there's some sort of aftertaste to these. I hope it's not going to come out in the granola bars. I think it might be the powdered milk ingredient on here, and then it just says flavorings at the end, so who knows what that is. But it does have some sort of like a bitter, weird kind of aftertaste. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, everybody, here's how the granola bars turned out. Just ignore the bottom left corner where I ate part of it because it was so delicious. I hand mixed the ingredients so the wheel-shaped chips did not break up like I hoped they would. This particular recipe I was making from memory, and I didn't have quite enough glaze to hold the entire recipe together. Part of it ended up being crumbly, which was fine because I ate that like crumbles in a cereal. Here's what it looked like after I cut them into bars, and I enjoyed eating them as a snack for the next couple of days. I didn't notice an aftertaste, so I think the flavors blended pretty well overall, and it was a great substitution to add to a sweet homemade snack if you're thinking about it. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.